Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so excited and I'm in such a good energy today. So I decided today was the day to record episode 2020. I was planning on recording this video by my birthday, which was last month on March the 9th. So happy belated birthday to all my Pisces babies. I love y'all. I pray that y'all had a great birthday because this past birthday was the greatest birthday of all. I turned 25 and it was such a good birthday. I am so blessed. I am so highly favored, of course, and I have so much to catch you guys up on. I even came out here looking a little ratchet. I'm going to the gym after this video, and life has been lifing, okay? But I can't complain. It's still been good, still been worth living. Life is always worth living, right? I'm praying that this does not blow down, because I would hate for my phone and this stand to blow down this hill, okay? But we're here, we're doing it, and the sun is blessing your girl. So I am in Ecclesiastes, in the holy book. And I don't know if you've read Ecclesiastes, but Ecclesiastes talks a whole lot about wisdom, okay? A whole lot about wisdom. And the wrongs and the rights, and about people minding their business, about how we're no better than animals. We all come from dust, and to the dust we must return. You should never be over righteous, you should never be over wise, and you should never be over foolish. So what does that mean? I talked about it in some videos prior, and that you have to have a balance, right? We've all seen those scales. Typically when there's a courthouse involved and when someone is being judged. So you want that good and bad to be balanced. You don't want to be too much of a sinner, but you don't want to be too much of a righteous, because no man that walks this earth is perfect. Every man on earth is a sinner. There's been a lot going on social media. Let me pause because I'm getting ahead of myself, because I'm just so excited to talk to you guys. Episode 20 is called The Return. I mean, what else should it be called besides the return? The return of the one and only spiritual teacher, speaker, motivational speaker. It's your girl, Ocean. God has been beating me up because there's things I want that I have yet to receive. But there's also things that I want that I have received, and I've been failing to take notice of those things. So when I say he's been beating me up, those are the things he's been beating me up about. That in this season, you need to acknowledge the blessings that are already around you. In Ecclesiastes, it also talks about that we don't necessarily know what's to come. So the best thing that you can do is to stay present in where you are now, because you might miss something. I don't know if you've heard that song by her called The Journey. It's the journey. That, go listen to it. It literally describes life and how if you don't enjoy the journey, by the time you get to the destination you're trying to reach, you're gonna miss this part, right? You're gonna miss the fun, the heartbreak, the good and bad of the journey. You're gonna miss that part. And I know you're like, nah, I'm not gonna miss it. You are gonna miss it, because it taught you a lot. And I know that I am a woman who can go through horrible things and at least look at the lessons in it, and try to see it from another perspective, okay? So, and I pray that you can do the same, because it's all about perspective. I had someone comment on my Facebook today, and they were saying how they love that when I talk, I don't talk to people as if I'm trying to force them to do something. And I'm basically giving you your free will, your option, or your choice to do it, or to tag along and join the ride with me, this spiritual ride that it's all things were putting together. Only God knows the beginning and the end, right? So there's no need for me to push my wisdom or my advice onto you when this is something that my spirit leads me with, but it may not resonate with yours, And that's okay. That's okay that I may not be for you and you may not be for me, but I pray that you can get something from it. I really do miss y'all. I miss talking to y'all. I miss telling y'all about my life, everything, and just the experiences that I have with God and how I connect spiritually. Um, Lately I've been trying to influence people on keeping their spiritual hygiene up. Um, and what resonates with my soul, again, may not necessarily resonate with your soul. And it's not to bash anybody. It's not to say that anybody is wrong, anybody is right. It's just some things that I've been battling to accept lately because my beliefs are changing. So what I used to believe is not currently what I do believe. And for me, that's okay because I like to keep an open heart and an open mind in whatever I'm doing. Um, because again, I like seeing things from all sides. That's why I think a lot of people like being around me. They're okay with being open with me because they know that I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to dismiss how they may see things. I want to see why you think this. Why do you feel this way? Why did you say this about this? Like, tell me how you see it that way, so maybe I can try. I'm gonna try to see it that way too, because no one's necessarily wrong, no one's necessarily right. So again, life is just life. And let's see, my birthday, I'm gonna tell y'all about my birthday. Where did I go? Oh, so for my birthday, I had a surprise visit from a special someone who maybe later on in the videos I will tell you guys. But as of now, it's still fresh, still new, so I don't know. But it's gonna be a great story once I do tell it. Okay, so just hold on. Um, so I got overloaded of gifts. When I say God and the people in my circle bless me, they bless me. Okay, I went out for my birthday, um, and I just chilled. Like, I really got to spoil myself, to take care of myself, get all cute and dressed up, and yeah, it was just a wonderful time. I have been on 2 trips so far this year, right? Yes. So I went to LA. Great time, very spiritual. Saw a lot of spiritual things. Ran into a whole lot of people. Very genuine. I went with one of my homegirls who I think I told y'all about. I don't know if I did, but I wanted to stop lashing, and I still do. However, we're not going to talk about that because we just talked about that. God said I need to look at the blessings around me and I need to use the gifts that He has given me currently to my advantage until what I don't know what's to come will come. There's still a vision and there's still a purpose, and I'm still aligned with that vision and purpose. However, it's happened in the spiritual realm, but I haven't necessarily saw it in the physical yet. Okay, so patience. That my mom, even today on the phone, she was like, "Well, they say patience is a virtue." So yes, and we have talked about that time and time again, and it is, and it's. But I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. Patience is so hard to be patient. Like, it's 2 birds right now, and they're tag teaming beside me. It really is so hard to be patient, and it can become discouraging. It can become a damper on your mood and your overall being. So back to the spiritual hygiene, because I do get all over the place and I'm working on that because I tend to get very anxious. I'm working on more focus. I need to be more focused on certain things. Okay. So spiritual hygiene, how do you keep that up? Um Hot Epsom salt baths. Light you a candle. Let's do some sage, some Palo Santo. Um we're gonna do some dancing, some singing, some praise and worship. We need to do some prayer, some positive affirmations. Um Walking barefoot in the grass, which I need to do today. So let me go ahead and take my socks off while I'm saying, ooh, baby, don't look at these ass your feet. Okay. Do some grounding while I'm sitting here talking to y'all. Um, Barefoot in the grass, just touching nature. Um, Feeling the sand of your toes, the grass on your feet. It always feels good. Back in the day, my mom and dad used to be like, girl, where's your shoes? Put some shoes on your feet. Acting like, I ain't gonna tell y'all what they told me I was acting like, but it's a good thing to be barefooted in the grass. You ain't dirty. You keeping your, when they tell you that, tell them I'm keeping my spiritual hygiene up. What you know about it, okay? So, doing that. What is meditation? I'm trying to think. Reading scripture, listening to motivational speeches, sermons. That's all I can think of right now. Yeah, I'm over here holding my socks. That's all I can think of right now. But those are ways to just keep your spiritual hygiene up. People send spiritual attacks to you. Obviously, we know that jealousy and envy is very vibrant in the world right now. So these are things that will just keep you up spiritually so that it doesn't affect your mood and your energy. Remember that energy is important. And good energy attracts good things. Bad energy is going to attract bad things, right? That's why it's also important that we think well and eat well so that everything around us is well. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't suffer or you won't go through bad things, because we are constantly learning lessons. You can't get wisdom if you're not going through these bad things, right? Which is a damper, but I'm learning more and more that it is a whole lot of suffering. I don't know. I think I told y'all about the book Hind's Feet on High Places. I just kind of remembered about it because in that book, the girl, which is a lamb, right? So it's an allegory. She has a spiritual connection with God, but God sends all these people on her path to distract her, to weigh her down. In the midst of this book, she feels like she can't go on. She can't see the end. But God gives her love. He gives her love, and then towards the end, I really need y'all to read this book, right? She suffers basically along the way. She suffers until she reached the high place. And she goes through a lot in this book, a whole lot of things in this book. And the number one thing is that her family is trying to bring her down and tell her that she's not worthy and she's not enough. And I want you to know that if anybody, and even your family, tells you that you're not worthy and you're not enough and you can't do it and you'll be something that you won't be, that's for a reason. God blesses those when they are persecuted, when they are condemned. Every time somebody hurts you, it should just be like, baby, you don't even know what you just did. You don't know what you just did. You really just elevated me. You elevated me by trying to degrade me, because now God is going to bless me because he sees my heartbreak and the things that you did to me. That's why you never have to do or take any type of revenge. Because I promise you, I tell everybody all the time, a spiritual butt whipping is far worse than a physical butt whipping, right? Because listen, a spiritual butt whipping can have people getting in car accidents and breaking legs and stuff. You can't do that. And if you do, why would you put yourself in that position to allow someone to send you to jail when God can fight those battles for you? Your spirit team, your ancestors, your guides that walk with you that you cannot physically see, baby, they go to war for you. Let you trust me. You should be thanking them every day to go for to war for you. The thing, you can't do some things and you have to give it over to God. You can't do everything. That's why you have to release control. And also, why is it so important that you stay present and not too worried about what's to come? It's because in a spiritual sense, that means that you want control. You're not giving God control if you're so worried about what's to come, and not staying present, because you're not allowing God to create that miracle for you, because you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure out how it's going to happen, and how you think it's going to happen. Is it going to happen that way? Because God does things in miraculous ways. So for whatever you want to happen, it ain't going to happen that way. You might as well stop thinking about it. Just keep going, keep pressing forward, keep that foot forward towards whatever you have the vision of going towards, but you don't know how it's going to work out. It's the unknown, and that is what is so hard, is that fear of that unknown. That's the struggle. That's the struggle. That's the struggle. Okay, so I have been backlashing. Do I wanna again? No, I don't, but again, here we are. We're here. I am in a shop at one point in time. That's something I asked God for. So I'm God, I thank you for allowing me to now be in a shop. Um, it came at a delay. It came when I didn't want it anymore, but it came. So I still have to be grateful for that. And I wanted my dogs to have their own bedroom. In my head, that I wanted them to have their own bedroom at my new home. Well, I'm still living in the same place I've been living in for years, but my dogs have their new room. So, God, I thank you for that. I'm so grateful. It didn't come in the ways that I wanted it, but it came. He blessed me with these things, and it may seem small to you, but it's big to me because I asked and I received. And sometimes I still don't, it's not enough. A lot of times we get what we want, and it's still not enough. We want more and more and more and more. The more will come. I promise the more will come. But be where you are. Be satisfied there. Don't settle. Satisfaction and settling is not the same. Okay? Don't settle, but be satisfied. And keep asking, because you shall receive. But so I'm in a shop. I'm enjoying being in a shop. But again, this world right now isn't good financially. So a lot of people don't have the finances to come get their lashes done. That's a luxury service, you know. So I understand. I get that. I'm still asking for a new career. I'm still praying that I get something better. And I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I know it will. Because I know who my God is. I know who I worship and pray to and ask things. He ain't let me down yet. That's why I don't worry. And even when I think about worrying, it be like, girl, come on. Now, when has he let you down? I'm asking, when has he let you down? Even when it didn't look like things were gonna go right in your life, when did he let you down? It could have been not right for months. I bet you it went I bet you it went right in the end. Because it always does. Always. Always. And he blesses the righteous. So if you're doing all that you can to do right by people, and then let me tell you this, blessings don't always come directly to you. Blessings come in the form of other people as well. So know that God will bless you through someone else. And it may be the greatest blessing you never thought you received, but that person came in to help you in the ways that you needed, and God used that person to bless you. That's just how I was just talking about the Jacob and Laban story. Jacob's presence blessed Laban alone. His presence blessed Laban alone. And then when it was God's time to increase Jacob, he had to leave Laban. He no longer was in Laban's presence anymore. He no longer God was no longer using him to bless someone else. It was his time to be blessed. But let's see how it flipped. When it was his time to be blessed, Laban got jealous. Laban thought he was tricking him. But God was guiding him the whole way. So just know that sometimes also the people that God puts in your life to for you to bless, whenever you increase more than they are where they are currently, they may not like you no more. They may not want to deal with you anymore because now they look at you as above them. They were okay when you needed them, but now that you don't need them, they don't like it. They're upset. So just be mindful of all of these things. I know I spilled a whole lot on y'all, and I really didn't even come with any set conversation. Y'all know I love where we flow as we go, and we go as we flow. So this is just a flow, and I've been flowing, baby. I just been letting life ride it out. Again, I have my times where it's just like, okay, God, you keep giving me these visions. I keep having these dreams. You keep giving me all these signs. I don't see it. But I don't see it. But guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna still keep that faith up. I'm gonna still believe. I'm gonna still believe no matter how it seems, what I see, what it looks like. Because the moment I stop believing is the same moment it could not happen. It could not come true because I gave up. I gave up on faith. But again, why would I do that when the God that I serve has constantly given me all that I asked for? Maybe not at the time I wanted it, maybe not how I wanted it, but I still got it. So there's no need to complain. There's no need. So I really do love y'all. I don't even know how long this video is. Maybe short, maybe long. But just know that affirm yourself. So you are blessed, you are highly favored, you are worthy, you are enough, you are awesome. Remember that ants have been tearing me up, lady. Whenever I speak these affirmations, you be sure to speak them back to yourself, aloud. Do some mirror work if you've been feeling down lately. Look at yourself in your eyes because that is where your soul lies, and tell yourself what you want and how you feel, and all of those things. Okay, it will change. It will change your mood. It will change your energy. It will change everything in your life. It will heal you. I don't listen to what the social media say. If your perspective is it being demonized, then it will be. But if you look at the good of in all things, then you will see the good. But if you choose to look at the bad, then you will see the bad. There's good and bad in everything. Everything. Good and bad will always exist. Hence why we have devil and God. It's just good versus bad. Okay? So I love y'all. Make sure that you love you. And I want you to know that God loves you. And I'm so glad that you're tuned in. I'm gonna start back making these videos. I do want to start interviewing people. This video was supposed to be an interview, but I clearly, guys, that's not what God wanted. So it ended up being a solo video. So hopefully soon some videos I'll have other people with me, and we'll just go with the flow and talk about all types of stuff, but mostly spiritual things. And that's it. So I hope that you all are doing great, and lean on God no matter what it looks like. Always make time for Him, okay? Always make time for Him. Always make time for yourself, and it'll all work out. Everything is always working together for your highest good. All right. I love y'all. Be blessed.